Hey guys, what's going on? Today's video is sponsored by my good friends at Epidemic Sound, which is going to be a little bit bizarre when we get into what we're about to get into. My name is Vic Barry. Welcome to the channel. Today's video is going to teach you how to be a better editor by using the secret video editing trick that nobody really talks about. It's easy, and I guarantee you that if you stick with me by the end of this video, you will become a better editor, because if you put in the reps with this one, you're going to blow everybody else out of the water. So let's get into it. Editing, just in case you don't know, is all about telling the story and bringing the story out in the edit. That's one thing, okay? But editing is also about pacing and rhythm. And this particular trick here is going to teach you how to be a better rhythm. You're going to get better rhythm out of this. Is it going to work after the first time? No, but the more you do it, like anything, if you put in the reps, gun show, then you will get better at it. And this is something that I use in the professional world in my day job. I use it in all of my videos, and it's something that's really, really simple, and you just got to do it. What is it? I want you to edit B-roll in particular without any audio. Before we get into this also works for talking head videos, and I'm going to tell you why about that in the second half of this video. If you're editing to music for B-roll, that's fine, and you absolutely should. However, here's the thing that you really need to remember. The video should not fit around the music, but the music should fit around the video that you're trying to put together. So the really good starting point here is edit your B-roll in silence, okay? Have the headphones on just to help with the zone, but other than that, have no music, have an empty timeline, drop in your clips. And over time, you're going to find out where you should cut them just by watching them. Once they start grating on your mind and you're like, oh, that's on a bit too long, cut. So what we're going to do as an exercise, just to get into this, I'm going to show you just one clip. And I'm going to have letters on it, A, B, C, and D, and so on. And I want you to drop a comment where you would cut it. And at the end of the clip, I'll tell you where I would cut it. So for me, I would cut that on point B. Make sure you let in the comments down below where would you cut it? Would you cut it at point A? Would you cut it D? Would you cut it C? Where would you cut that clip? For me, point B is the perfect spot. So that's just one example. Now we can do this all day, but what you got to do is not run with my B-roll footage, but use your own B-roll footage, which, as we know, also helps to tell the story. Find out those points where the footage is dragging out too long, you're just editing in silence. And the more you do this, you're going to be like a drummer, essentially. You're going to be like, cut, 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 cut. See, when you're editing with music, the tendency is to cut on the beat all the time, which is nothing wrong with that, except it can get your footage a little bit predictive. For quick montages, it's great, but do this first, however long you feel the clip needs to be, get your music to match the footage that you're doing, and then you can lengthen or shorten the clips as needs be, but you've got the pacing down before you ever bring in any music to the footage whatsoever. This trick, once you get into the rhythm of it, also works for talking head footage. Now I'm going to get into that side just after, it's the holidays. Just after I tell you about the sponsors of today's video, which are Epidemic Sound. I've been using Epidemic Sound for way too long now, and I can't see myself ever leaving them, simply because they have, as far as I'm concerned, the best music on the internet. You don't have to worry about copyright strikes. You can get all the stems for the music, so you don't have to get the full track. You can do whatever you want, and there is music there for absolutely every single genre out there. I haven't been able to not find a track for something that works for me. Then there's sound effects. You have nearly 100,000 sound effects on Epidemic Sound. So if it don't exist in real life, then it's not on Epidemic Sound as a sound effect. It's insane. I've left a link in the description for you guys. I've got incredible value out of Epidemic Sound over the years. I'd love for you guys to get the same value. So dive into the description, get the link, take out a trial, free music, free sound effects for your own content, whether it's YouTube, Instagram, wherever you're putting your content. Try it out and it's yours to keep. Now, talking head videos. So obviously you can't edit a talking head video like this talky part here without the audio, because you could cut out part of whatever you're saying or whoever. Yeah, you get the drift, right? You should be able to find eventually the parts where the rhythm comes in. So that means, do you crop in a shot? Do you make it wider? Do you crop in a little bit further? Do you flip it? Do you do something else? Maybe that's bring a motion graphic on screen, but of course, if you're bringing graphics on screen, it has to be related to what you're talking about, obviously helping you tell the story. It's not that difficult, right? Let me know, is that difficult to do? It's not. Just keep doing it. Just keep putting in the reps like anything. I can't say this enough. Just keep putting in the reps and you will become a better editor. And if you're a better editor, you're a better creator. So maybe that's something to practice over the holidays. Get B-roll footage. Just make up B-roll montages and cut them to see kind of, you know, where they should be cut. You don't have to publish them online or anything like that, but just for your own reps. Let's not do that anymore. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Until then, happy holidays. And as we always say, don't stop fighting for yourself. Should I have cut it there or should I have cut it? Aha, you thought it was a cut.